We got Alex Warren and ROSè on my mind. Let's talk about it.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at usaa.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, we got a great episode for you today on a Thursday night. Heading into a Friday, guys. I'm so excited to be talking about an artist that I've never talked about on this show. Guys, there was a thought that I was going to cover the Alex Warren and Jelly Roll track, but then, I got distracted with some things. But hey, maybe we'll review that track later on this week. Maybe we'll check it out in a month or so. Hey, music ain't going anywhere, guys. We can review it any time. But I am going to say this. I've never checked out this guy's music, so I didn't know really what to expect. But, guys, Alex Warren, obviously a singer, kind of reminds me of, the older, pop singers of the day. Like, his voice kind of reminds me of, like Imagine Dragons trying to do pop songs. Or, name, any white guy that's got that deep, strong voice that can sing. Kind of reminds me of that. And also we got ROSè, which of course is, the member from Blackpink, which, guys, once Blackpink comes back, it's the summer now, so when that shit actually comes out in the summer, the full group comes back. I can't wait for that, guys. But ROSè has been dropping some great music on her own. Some of the best K-pop slash, I guess you could say some of the best solo K-pop music I've listened to has been from ROSè.
This episode is brought to you by PetSmart. Stop by for Yappy Hour with your pet at PetSmart. Save $5 on walk-in grooming services like nail trims, ear cleaning, brushing, and more. No appointment needed every weekday from 2 to 6 p.m. And while you're there, Yappy Hour includes exclusive in-store deals like 25% off pet toys. Visit services.petsmart.com/grooming to learn more.
Hey, it's Paris. I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me, serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
So that's a really cool thing. This is a feature on my mind. And first thing I do want to say about the feature is that I do like how ROSè is throughout this whole entire track. ROSè is helping out with the verses. ROSè is helping out on the hook. ROSè even, puts a bridge on here, which is just really cool. Shows that, artists, when they collab, you still have it, you still got it, which is a really cool thing in my opinion. I'm glad that's definitely there. Guys, one of the things that I definitely do not enjoy about this song is the instrumental. This instrumental reminds me of some 2010s pop music. And that could be a bad thing, that could be a good thing. I'm just going to be real. It's not necessarily a bad thing on here, but it's definitely a generic choice. Drums feel very flat. When this big old climax beat drop happens, the drums feel very flat. They don't have no oomph to them, no bass. I just really think, it's simple ass piano, and then you have these Imagine Dragons ass drums, and that's kind of all you're getting with this song, which is kind of a disappointing factor, I will say. And now we need to move on now and talk about Alex Warren, because he is in the beginning verse. Guys, I would say the singing is pretty okay. The only thing I don't like already about Alex Warren, and one of the things that I really do not like, and we're going to talk about this, because for some reason, a lot of, more male pop singers, they love to always, intentionally hide their vocals, intentionally lower their vocals, just for the song's effect. And, I'll just be real, guys. Alex Warren showed on the hook that he can sing his ass off. So where's Alex Warren singing his ass off throughout this whole entire song? Why is it only on the hook? Why do we only get a second on the bridge where he sings his ass off? Why in the first verse and the second verse, Alex Warren is doing this like low tone singing?
You know that feeling when someone shows up for you just when you need it most? That's what Uber is all about. Not just a ride or dinner at your door. It's how Uber helps you show up for the moments that matter. Because showing up can turn a tough day around or make a good one even better. Whatever it is, big or small, Uber is on the way. So you can be on yours. Uber, on our way.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
And the problem with low-tone singing, if you're doing low-tone singing without no vocal switch-ups, without no flow switch-ups, it just kind of stays the same throughout the whole entire song. If you notice, if you listen to Rose's verse when she's singing, she's doing these slight vocal switch-ups that you can pick up. These slight vocal runs that add some complexity to the track. Alex Warren is doing none of that on his verse. He's only doing that on the hook, which is a little bit disappointing. I will say, I really wish the singing was a little bit more refined on the verses. You know, it's always this thing with 2025 music, and honestly last year's music too. It's so much of, let's just put all of our eggs in the basket of the hook. Let's put all our energy in the singing into the hook. And when I hear this song, guys, I really hate how this is always a factor in new music. Let's intentionally not try on the first verse. Let's intentionally not try to put any effort in the beginning. Then let's put all that vocal effort. Let's actually start singing our ass off. Let's actually, get some, let's get some live instrumentation. Let's get those drums going in. Let's get this loud ass hook going. Reminds me a lot, and this hook honestly reminds me of a lot of Jelly Roll type hooks. Jelly Roll is known for scream singing. Alex Warren finishes off his verse with a scream singing hook. Now, is this one of the better scream singing hooks? I will say yeah. I do like those background vocals, I will say that. And then, let's talk about my favorite verse, which is definitely Rose on here. Rose had a pretty good verse, pretty good feature in my opinion. I like the vocals that Rose had on here. These slight vocal switch-ups that just kind of pop in and kind of pop out, which is really nice in my opinion. Just adds some nice variety to the track. Just kind of makes you want to listen to it over and over and over again. I do like the fact that Rose is wearing a fucking American flag shirt.
Is anyone out there?
Another salesperson enduring the endless search. Exhausting. If you want to get right to the right conversations, you need LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Whether you're looking for new leads or strengthening existing relationships at your top accounts, get right to the right conversations with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Try LinkedIn Sales Navigator now with a free 60-day trial at linkedin.com/trial. That's linkedin.com/trial.
Terms and conditions apply!
My day kicks off with a refreshing Celsius energy drink, then straight to the gym. Pre-K pickup, back home to meal prep. Time for my fire station shift. One more Celsius, gotta keep the lights on. When the 3-alarm hits, I'm ready. Celsius. Live, fit, go. Grab a cold, refreshing Celsius at your local retailer or locate now at Celsius.com.
Which is just kind of funny. She kind of just pops up in the randomly out of with the music video, which is honestly pretty funny to me. But guys, I will say Rose had a really good verse. Also that ending bridge too, those vocals kind of helping, I really like how, you have, Alex Warren on here singing his ass off, doing his thing on here at the ending of the hook, and then Rose kind of joins in with the hook too, and they kind of combine their vocals together, and it just makes a really good and enjoyable experience. Guys, when we talk about this song, Alex Warren, Rose, On My Mind. Instrumental is kind of basic. It's kind of generic in my opinion. It's your typical 2010s pop beat. But I do like what Alex Warren did on the hook, even though verses, in my opinion, are a little bit lacking. But Rose kind of picked up the slack at the end of it and added a nice bridge and everything. Guys, this is overall a pretty decent song. Nothing too crazy. I would not listen to this on my free time, I'll just be real. But if you do like that 2010s pop sound, if you're kind of missing that, if you're kind of, going, oh man, I really miss the older pop music, it just kind of hit better, this definitely has that vibe to it, so make sure you check it out. Guys, overall, I'm going to give this track a 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, guys. What did y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know, let me know. Guys, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys. We're dropping new content every day. New Music Friday's out, so you know what that means, guys. We're back. New episodes every single day. I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Bye.